Hello, we're back. Week 2 of the Discord Draft Leagues. Draft League. I'm Jay, and this is the Week 2 team builder at least. The start of this video will be the Week 2 team builder against Vooper and the sliggoons. Week 1, we won 2-0 against Morgan and her team, the Pirate Porgunzies, and now we're facing Vooper. To be honest, Vooper's team is scary. Just because it's a lot of bulky mons, but there's also setup sweepers and versatile mons that can really surprise you when you try and face them. Going over his team, like Clefable, first round pick. Clefable is known for having probably the widest move pool in all of Pokemon, like not just Gen 8, just like all of Pokemon. It can be defensive usually, it can also run Calm Mind. If it gets Belly Drum still, like, that'd be insane. Just an overall versatile and threatening Pokemon. And then we have Hippowdon. Hippowdon's a wall. Great wall at that. Stealth Rocks, Slack Off, Whirlwind. Just a good wall that I'll really have to do my best to beat over. Rotom Wash, always tricky mon. Interesting that it's UU this generation, just probably due to the threats. Like, I'm not too well versed in the Gen 8 meta. Of course, Rotom Appliances, they got Nasty Plot this generation, and Rotom Wash is no exception. Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, Discharge, whatever, can be a set. Rotom Wash can run Nasty Plot, could run Choice, could run Defog, Bulky Defog. Just a mon that would probably threaten my team, so it's one I have to watch out for. And another mon I have to watch out for is Centiskorch. Researching upon it and realizing what moves Centiskorch gets, I think it will do a lot to my team, so I have to prepare for it well. Just because even against someone like Vaporeon, Centiskorch gets Power Whip, so I can just drop. So a very threatening mon. Dual Blade's also threatening, even though it's a mid-stage evolution. Having a Violite and then Swords Dance setup makes it a very threatening Pokemon. I think I explained in my last week's video that I don't have many knockoff users as one of my weaknesses to my team. I think my only knockoff user is Ludicolo, maybe Duosion, because I think Reuniclus gets knockoff. And you'll see in my team builder that I didn't bring Ludicolo or Duosion, which means that if Vooper brings Dual Blade, I'm probably going to have to face it while it's holding a Violite, making it very much harder to kill. Onto his Argumons, we have Drapion, Virizion, Cramorant. Drapion's a pretty cool mon. It gets Swords Dance, also gets Knockoff, Poison Jab, it can run Taunt, Toxic Spice. Can be a pretty bulky mon, but also a very offensive mon, so once again, Vooper has mons that can be very versatile. Virizion, very good mon, even as a second round RU pick, that's crazy. Just because it can run both physical and special. It gets Swords Dance, it gets Calm Mind, and it has stabs for... It has moves for both its stabs on both sides of the spectrum, so can be a very dangerous mon. Cramorant doesn't seem too dangerous to my team, but I don't have a hard counter to it. My best counter to it is probably Vaporeon, or like switch in with Rotom and then use an electric move, but probably switch out. But yeah, Toxicroak, very dangerous. Toxicroak is one of the mons I'm worried about the most, just because kind of like Virizion, it can run both physical or special. It gets Nasty Plot and Swords Dance. But I think just the poison fighting type versus Virizion's grass fighting just makes it more threatening to my team. So I believe Toxicroak will come this week against me. Then there's Hatterene. Hatterene's the middle stage evolution between Hatena and Hatterene. It reminds me a bit of Duosion, but it gets Magic Bounce. It just has like a high special attack stat. So if it were to be brought against me, it'd probably run like 3 attacks, maybe Trick Room, because I believe that line is a pretty slow one. On to his PU mons, we have Appleton and Crustle. Appleton, a unique typing with Grass Dragon, just because the only mon before that I had it was a Lonely Executor, and it's not in this game, so only Flapple and Appleton have it. I believe it can run physical or special. I believe it runs special most of the time. I don't think it does too well against my team, so I'm not too prepared for it, but I don't think... I didn't prepare like directly for it, but I think with the mods I have, that it will indirectly check Appleton. Then Crustle. Crustle's a bit dangerous. It's always like there's PU mons that you don't want to face just because they have some kind of setup, and in Draft League, they become much more threatening. Crustle is one of those mons just because it can run hazards with a weak armor Focus Dash and try to just set up Stealth Arc and Spike. It can run Shell Smash, which is one of the more dangerous sets, especially with Sturdy. Maybe like Weakness Policy Sturdy can be very dangerous. And yeah, I expect Vooper to bring Clef, Hippo, Rotom, Scorch, Dual Blade, Toxicroak. Like, that's the team I expect him to bring. I think he brought that last week as well. And it's a very good team, even though he lost. And I believe I will lose this week, but we'll see what happens. So now onto my own team. You will see. So first mon I'm bringing is Corviknight. Didn't bring Corviknight this week, last week, sorry, and bringing it this week. Corviknight's interesting just because it loses to all his UU mons, basically. Rotomarsh, Centiskorch, and Dual Blade. It can beat Clefable, but if Clefable has like Thunderbolt or Flamethrower, I get heavily hurt. It beats Hippo really easily. It beats Drapion, Toxicroak. Toxicroak gets too much like set up on. It can put a dent in Corviknight though. So I'm running lefties pressure just to make my own life easier, making Corviknight's longevity easier as well. And the moveset we're running is Ironhead, Brave, Taunt, Roost. So the past few days with this team, it's been very hard to... I've been having trouble to find what team I want to bring. I originally had Corviknight as my defogger, and you'll see down the line that Weezing is actually my defogger this week. I originally had him as defogger just because I thought it could do well against Clef, Hippo, and Crustle, which is his main hazard setters. But I think mainly it was that I couldn't find a fourth move on Weezing, so I just put defog on Weezing, but then I realized I didn't need defog on Corviknight then. So I opted for Taunt. Like the original moveset was like Ironhead, Drill Peck, actually, Roost, defog. But doing some calcs and just seeing how much damage I do with Drill Peck, I think Brave Bird's power, even though with the recoil, is much preferred. Because I think originally I didn't want the recoil just because I didn't think I'd get too many chances to Roost. So if I can, the less damage I take overall will be better. But I think now with Brave Bird having the chance to kill, it'd be very nice. The damage output is very nice. And Taunt is mainly there for, I think, for setup sweepers, and mainly Dual Blade, just because, as I mentioned, Corviknight loses hard to Rotomarsh, Centiskorch, and Dual Blade. Dual Blade mainly because it can't do much to me, but I can do less to it. So it's more threatening to me in a sense, and mainly if it Sword Stance up and uses, like, Close Combat or Sacred Sword, it can pretty much sweep my team. So having Taunt on Corviknight will help stop Dual Blade in its tracks, and I can roost off the damage it gives me. EV spread's interesting. So max HP just for longevity. 80 speed makes me outrun 252 Adamant Crustle. Just in case if I have to taunt that, or just get damage on it with Ironhead or Brave Bird. I originally, like, Corviknight's EVs are a bit interesting, just because I think Corviknight can play a lot of different roles in this team versus Vooper. I once had it at, like, 248 speed to outrun Centiskorch, and maybe be able to Brave Bird it and I think kill it in one. I think just even 0 attack Brave Bird does a lot. Like, Centiskorch's base speed stat is like 65, so I can run like near like 240, I think, and outrun it. Outrun Adamant Centiskorch, that is. But I decided to go for a bit more of a defensive build with Corviknight, and with the whole team, I guess. Some people might get this, some people might not. I'm going for, I think, a more balanced build with this team compared to, well, I did a balanced build last week, but I think normally what my comfort zone is, I'm not a Gen 8 player, but my comfort zone, like Gen 7 and previous gens, was a bulky offense, which is a bit more like momentum, having like one mon, like take a few hits, having your setup mon maybe take a few hits, and just like hitting them as hard as you can, maybe a few sit-up sweepers, getting momentum. But I think my team isn't really geared for that, or at least isn't geared for that towards Vooper's team. So 80 speed I went over, HP I went over. Special defense. Special defense, I think it helps me not be 2-hit KO'd by Clefable Flamethrower. Fire Blast, I believe I'm still 2-hit KO'd, but then there's the accuracy chance. So the 40 special defense happens with that, and then the rest bums the defense just because I think Vooper has more physical attackers, so having that physical defense is nice. And I think what the nice thing is with 136 defense EVs is that it allows me to survive +2 Verizion's close combat. It'll do a lot of damage. Like I think it'll like do like 99 damage at max, but I can Brave Bird it back, and then we go for a 1-for-1 trade. But I'll at least live it and be less worried about that threat. Just because Virizion is Vooper's fastest Pokemon, and it ties with my Cobalion, but then Cobalion can't do that much to Virizion. Like Virizion does more to than Cobalion because it can hit a fighting type attack. So having something that can kind of counter Virizion in that sense is really nice. And I guess moving on to Galarian Weezing. Galarian Weezing is my main check to the poison fighting types in Vooper team. I'm actually going to hide this for a sec, even though you saw it. It's just a team builder, not team builder news section. So Weezing, Black Sludge, Levitate. I went for Levitate this week just because, mainly for Drapion. Because if I went for Neutralizing Gas or Misty Surge, because Galarian Weezing has all of his abilities are great, but Levitate, make sure Drapion can hit me with Earthquake, which is one of like few ways it can hit me. It's either that or Vooper has to run Iron Tail on Drapion, which I think is still a 3 KO, and I could Will-O-Wisp it back. So yeah, Levitate is my ability choice this week. And then we have Strange Steam, Fire Blast, Will-O-Wisp, Defog. Strange Steam is mainly for stab. Fire Blast is mainly for Dual Blade, just because I think Fire Blast over Flamethrower here. Fire Blast 2 KOs Dual Blade for sure, while Flamethrower might not. Excuse me. And then Will-O-Wisp just mainly for, as I said, Vooper has a lot of physical attackers, and it'd be nice on Rotom-Wash as well, because I feel like Rotom-Wash might come in a lot on this one. And Defog, as I said, I had Corviknight as my Defogger, but I think I couldn't find a move really for Weezing, so I went for Defog. I thought about Haze, thought about Sludge Bomb as well. I think there's something else in there. I think I thought about what's it, Clear Smog as well, just because Clear Smog hits Crustle, so I can break Sturdy or Sash, but also reducing its or eliminating its stat changes. So that was an interesting idea, but I decided against it because I think I have enough against setup mons that I don't need to run something like Haze. And then max HP, max defense, just to really solidify its physical bulk. I think I originally had it like 176, 180 defense EVs just to hit like a benchmark, but I realized that nothing, like putting it into like special defense or special attack, it really didn't matter, so I just like, why not just like put the defense all the way up? Like I know like some of my spreads sometimes, like even though it's week 2, some of my spreads already have been like kind of all over the place, like I'm hitting random benchmarks, but nothing's wrong with like a 252, 252, 4 spread, like a max HP, max defense spread. There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, I put the last 4 into speed instead of something like special attack and special defense, just because it shares the same speed tier speed stat as called Fable. So Galarian Weezing. So if I can get what's it called? If I can get if I can outspeed it by 1, I can like Strange Steam and lower its special attack, which would be really nice. Actually, thinking about it now, I might switch Strange Steam for Sludge Bomb just to hit Clef. And maybe hit Rotom. No, not Rotom. I'm trying to think here. Scorch. Just because Scorch has Flash Fire, so it can't be hit by like Fire Blast, which would be neutral against it. So maybe Sludge Bomb would be a game time decision for Galarian Weezing. I'll update if I do that. Next one is Hydreigon. Hydreigon are running an interesting set. Well, in my opinion, an interesting set this week. We're running Extra Belt 3 attacks Roost. So my initial thought, I knew I wanted Hydreigon on my team, but my initial thought along with that was I didn't want it to be A, choiced, or B, I didn't want to reveal I wasn't choiced, which sounds a bit weird. But the main thing about the second part is I don't want it to be Life Orb, because I kind of wanted to give the illusion I was choiced, and I think I could do that with Expert Belt, just kind of go for like multiple Flash Cannons. If he switches in like Dual Blade to resist it, I can go for Earth Power, which, if he expects choice, might catch him off guard. So I originally went for Wise Glasses, but a friend told me about Extra Belt, and I'm like, wait, that actually works for me, just because Wise Glasses has a 1.1x boost, but Extra Belt has a, let me see, 1.2. Let me just make sure Wise Glasses is 1.1. I'm going to be all the way down here. Wise Glasses 1.1, yeah. So yeah, I went for Extra Belt, just because it'll help it just helps with some calcs, I think, just like the slight attack boost. We're going for these 3 attacks, which might also be a bit more interesting. Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon, Earth Power, Roost. Draco Meteor is my main stab. Flash Cannon is mainly for Fable. And I think something to notice with Flash Cannon is that since Corviknight uses Iron Head and that's physical, and Hydreigon uses Flash Cannon and that's special, Clef can't have... It can be a mixed wall, but it won't have enough EVs for both. Like, if I realize that Ironhead's doing too little damage, I realize it's a physical wall, that means Hydreigon will do more damage. If Ironhead's doing a lot of damage, I realize maybe it's built for... Clefable's built to be a special wall, so I can kind of play around that. And Earth Power is mainly for Centiskorch, not Centiskorch, Dual Blade, Drapion, and Toxicroak. I was debating some other moves. Like, I think this week I really wanted a lot of moves on Hydreigon, but I really couldn't fit them all. Like, Hydro Pump came to mind just so I can hit Hippowdon better, and I can also hit Centiskorch. Fire Blast or Flamethrower came to mind just to hit Dual Blade for Virizion, but I think Earth Power is just a bit better for this case. And maybe you might be thinking, like, why not take out Roost, just run 4 attacks Expert Belt? I thought about it a lot, but I think, like, looking at my team, I think my main check to Rotom Wash might be this Mon. And if I want this Mon to continually check a Rotom Wash that might be, like, Volt Switching out all the time, I want this to stay healthy. So I'm keeping Roost on it. EVs, there's Speed is 232 Timid, just because I think it was pretty similar to last week, just that I mentioned it before, but Virizion's Vooper's fastest mon, then the next fastest mon is Drapion, like without like Choice Scarf or like Shell Smash or anything, and that's at base speed 95. So this just outspeeds max speed Drapion. So I maxed Hydreigon's special attack, and then just gave the rest of special defense. And that's nothing much else to say about the EV spread. Cobalion's my rocker. Like, I mentioned it, I think, in week 1, but I think another weakness on my team besides the knockoff issue is the hazards, and my only rockers are Cobalion and Gigalith. I was honestly debating Gigalith, just because Sandstream in the special defense boost would be really nice against mons like Clefable and Rotom. And, like, it helps against Centiskorch, but Centiskorch does get Power Whips, so I think to avoid Power Whip, I'd have to run the Sturdy set, or at least have my ability set to Sturdy, so I can at least, like, Rock Blast it or Stone Edge it to kill Centiskorch. But then I realized I can't run both. I can't run Sandstream to guard against special defense mons, or Sturdy to block Centiskorch. So kind of went for Cobalion instead, and to kind of, I guess, fill in both roles, like, yeah, fill in the roles that I wanted from Gigalith. I went for Stone Edge on Cobalion, which I think OHKOs Centiskorch. And since it's faster, I can get that attack off, and I believe Centiskorch can't kill me with anything. Maybe with, like, Choice Band Flare Blitz, but I don't see that happening. Or I don't see that being a likely set that Vooper brings. So I went for Stone Edge. I went for Ironhead mainly for Clefable. Kind of like fits in that steel type thing that I was talking about with Corviknight and Hydreigon. And I went for Volt Switch. I think Volt Switch was just like, like, why not? But I might switch that to close combat come game time. Like, this is happening Saturday evening, and then the game's supposed to happen tomorrow against Vooper just because he was busy. And just think about it over the week. Like, I was having a lot of trouble building this team, so I think I just put on some moves and just hoped it worked. And I think Volt Switch was one of them. I might switch Volt Switch out. I'm not sure. Like, I'll think about that. And then EV spread is pretty standard, just because max speed, max attack. I could, like, maybe put some into defense, but it really doesn't help with anything. It doesn't really, like, help me, like, avoid a 2-hit KO from, like, Fire Lash or Centiskorch or anything. Like, maybe it'll help with, like, Sacred, like, close combat against Dual Blade, or, like... But then, like, against Dual Blade, I wouldn't really be... I'd be Volt Switching out against Dual Blade, in a sense. And I think one more thing about Cobalion, I have to check this out, but I think I might run Rocky Helmet, just because I think this might be, like, my secondary, like, very soft check to Rotom Wash. No, not my secondary. Maybe my third check to Rotom Wash, just because I forgot about Gourgeist. But yeah, like, my third option check to Rotom Wash, like, maybe make a mid-ground. And if Volt Switch gets hurt, if you Volt Switch into a Rocky Helmet user and you get hurt by Rocky Helmet, I might run Rocky Helmet just for that cause. It might be worth it over having the passive recovery from leftovers. Fifth Pokemon, Rotom. So Rotom's first appearance, of course it's only 2 weeks, but first appearance, and we're running Choice Specs Rotom, and you'll see its moveset. Thunderbolt, Hex, Volt Switch, Trick. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are pretty self-explanatory, I think. Thunderbolt is Stronger Stab. Volt Switch is Momentum, and can work with Cobalion. And then there's Hex and Trick. So Trick with Choice Specs helps me cripple probably most mons, just because Clef probably doesn't want a Choice Specs, Hippowdon doesn't want a Choice Specs, and like all those other mons probably don't. I originally had Choice Scarf I just thought about Choice Scarf, but I think if I run Trick Choice Scarf and I accidentally trick like Scorch, which already deals like a huge blow to my team, I feel like it's not going to be good for me. Like, because Scorch, I don't have Vaporeon, which is probably the main counter on my team to Scorch, but even then it gets hit by Power Whip. So right now, Galarian Weezing is my main check. My Galarian Weezing like my main physical check to like almost all his mons. Like tricking Scorch a Choice Scarf would not be fun. So I went for Choice Specs instead, just because Choice Specs cripples a lot more mons. Maybe like all of his mons, depending. Like unless he's running like special Toxicroak Reversion, or he's running like Choice Specs Rotom himself. I think Specs would be really nice to trick onto something, like especially like something like Dual Blade. If I can get rid of that Violate and give it a Choice Specs, it'll heavily cripple it, and then I could even trick the Violate onto another mon, which probably wouldn't affect it at all, which would be pretty cool. And then there's Hex. So Weezing had Will-O-Wisp, and you'll see on Gourgeist it also has Will-O-Wisp. And for those who don't know, Hex doubles its base power if the opponent has a status. So I think that's going to be one of my like key strategies moving through this game. Just I think the game's going to be a bit of a slower one, just seeing on how I built my team and how his draft is basically made. Seems a bit more bulky. I think having that huge damage with Hex and Choice Specs might be prove very crucial to my game. EV's 216 positive outruns Rotom Wash. Again, for those who don't know, the regular Rotom has a higher speed than the appliances like Wash, Mow, Heat, what is there, Frost, Fan, whatever it's called. Anyways, but the Rotom appliances have increased stats everywhere else, like attack, defense, special attack, special defense. They all have the same HP though. So my speed is just to outspeed max speed Rotom, and then push its special attack all the way up, just like Hydreigon, and then just put the rest into HP instead of like some of the special defense, just because I think having some of the HP is better than having, I guess, so much more bulk in one area. Just because Rotom's so fragile anyways, I'll have to like mainly switch out on stuff. Like, I think my main worry with Rotom is Drapion, just because Drapion gets pursuit, but if I can trick that, that'd be huge as well. Finally, Gourgeist. Bringing Gourgeist again. Gourgeist was pretty. I kind of threw it away last week, even though like I was pretty hyping it up. I feel, and I think this week, hopefully, I don't do the same thing. I'm gonna hype it up now, and it's gonna go to waste. But anyways, Gourgeist, I'm running large again, just due to its speed tier. I think mainly. Leftovers Frisk, pretty self-explanatory. Like Gourgeist doesn't really get any other good abilities. Like I'll show you. Like Pickup doesn't do anything. Insomnia, maybe like if there was a sleep mon, but like most sleep mons are like Spore, Sleep Powder, and Gourgeist isn't affected by that anyways. I'm not sure if ghost types aren't affected by Sing and other stuff, so maybe Insomnia is just like worthless. Ugh, excuse me. I think the main interest with Gourgeist is its moveset. Foul Play, Flame Charge, Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp. No stab moves. Grass type Sab, like Seed Bomb, Power Whip, doesn't do well in this matchup. Even though it hits Hippowdon and Rotom Wash, it doesn't hit Scorch, it doesn't hit Dual Blade, it doesn't hit Drapion, it doesn't hit Virizion, it doesn't hit Toxicroak, it doesn't hit Appleton. It doesn't hit a lot of mons. And Ghost type Stab, Gourgeist's main choices for Ghost type Stab is Phantom Force and Shadow Sneak. I could run Shadow Sneak, but Phantom Force I don't feel the need for unless I'm trying to make like an offensive Gourgeist. Shadow Sneak I could have ran, but I don't think I need a priority in this game. I went for Foul Play, first and foremost. Just because it can hit Hippowdon hard, it can hit Scorch hard, even though I probably won't stay in Scorch. You can hit mons such as Toxicroak hard, even though it's resisted. It can. Interesting thing is, if I Foul Play Virizion, Virizion's ability is Justified, which gives it a +1 attack when hit by a Dark type move. But that just increases the damage of Foul Play because it calculates on your opponent's attack. So me Foul Playing is actually kind of beneficial for me, since Virizion can't really touch me unless it's like Swords Dance Stone Edge. And even then I could like Will-O-Wisp it. So yeah, that's why I have Will-O-Wisp, and then the aforementioned Hex strategy with Rotom. Leech Seed, I thought about, I think I had Synthesis over Flame Charge at first, so I had Synthesis, Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp. I kept Leech Seed over Synthesis, my bad, just because I think laying down the seeds sounds so weird. Using Leech Seed against Vooper's team, I can pressure Vooper's mons to switch out more, which might give me more of an advantage. And Flame Charge is mainly there, I think, for Virizion and Toxicroak, just because and Dual Blade, I think. Actually, Dual Blade might get hit more better by Foul Play. I'll have to see. But well, especially if it's like Sword Stance, Foul Play does more. But someone like Virizion, I think it'd be pretty surprising. Or like against his mod, I think it'd be pretty surprising if I started like trying to boost up my speed and get faster than it, then be able to like will-o-wisp faster threats. Just because right now my EV spread, it's a bit of a weird EV spread. Maybe I'll change it, but I don't think I will. Just because the speed mark right now, it outspeeds Adamant Centiscorch. I don't know why. Like I'm trying to think about it now. I don't know why I went for Centiscorch. Just because I don't want to stay in on Centiscorch. Like maybe I can get off like a foul play or something, which might be nice actually, which might be smart. But other than that, yeah, like I think there's just mons that are like below Centiscorch that I can outspeed, like max speed Fable if Vooper decides to bring that for some reason. Dual Blade I'll always outspeed. I think something like max min speed, 0 speed Drapion I'll outspeed, Appleton I'll outspeed. But just large, give me that speed tier that will help me, I guess, move be faster than like a few of his mons, which might be crucial. I could have ran like Gorgai Super, just trying to get that max bulk because I'm running Foul Play. I'm not running anything that really needs my speed at all, even though I'm running Flame Charge, which even then speed doesn't matter. I could have run Gorgai Super for the more bulk, but I think just large having that speed tier is kind of nice. So that's the team. Mons I didn't bring. Gigalith I mentioned. I think there's just too many roles that I wanted to fill in. Too many mons that kind of beat it. Like even without like having the special defense and Centiscorch, like Virizion beats it, Toxicroak beats it, Cramorant beats it, Appleton will beat it. Like too many mons just beat Gigalith. Vaporeon I think I had on the team at one point, but I just didn't like its matchup. I think it just became too passive for me that I like to like. Like sure, like it counters Hippowdon in a sense, but it loses to Rotom Wash. It gets Power Whipped by Centiscorch. Main one is Toxicroak, just because Toxicroak has dry skin, so water moves don't affect it. So that's a bit scarier for me. Then there's Snorlax. Snorlax I actually thought about bringing, but just due to his fighting types. I think Snorlax is really hard to bring like recently, just because of all the fighting types that are going around. Like Morgan, she had Pangoro and Scrafty, which she actually dropped Pangoro. But Vooper has Virizion and Toxicroak, which will both hit Snorlax pretty hard. Even though Snorlax has good special bulk, so it could have been nice against Rotom Wash and Clefable, maybe with like a Rest Talk, like I don't know, Facade, Heat Crash, just hit Dual Blade or something. But yeah, Abomasnow is actually probably like the 7th mon I would have picked if I could bring a team of 7, just because I think, interestingly, I think Abomasnow's offenses would have done really well in this match. Just Ice Shard, Blizzard, maybe some. If I ran Physical War Special, or ran mixed, like Drapion gets hit, Drapion and Toxicroak get hit by like Earthquake or Earth Power. Virizion gets hit by Ice Shard, Blizzard. Well, mainly Ice Shard, just because I don't really outspeed Virizion. Like I run Choice Scarf, Abomasnow, but I'm not sure if the power levels are there then. Hippowdon gets hit by both my stabs. Clefable can get hit really hard depending on its which side which side it decides to be bulky. Something like Centiscorch is the only one that really counters it. Dual Blade also gets hit by Earth Power. So Abomasnow could have been used, but I think I just decided against it. I think I chose Rotom over it. I think that was the main thing. Ludicolo, I think is same. I think it's in a similar boat with Abomasnow. I might have to drop Ludicolo soon. I'm not sure, just because they're both like kind of weather dependent mons. And Ludicolo, like I could have run like Assault Vest, but it loses to the poison types on Vooper team. It loses to Rotom Wash. I feel doesn't do. You can deal with like Hippowdon and Centiscorch, but that's pretty much it. And Duosion, like I think it's in a pretty similar boat to Rotom, where like I'm worried about Drapion, and Rotom kind of deals with Drapion a bit better. Wow, 29 minutes. This is a long T-Battle. I think I just had a lot to say about Vooper's team. And next time I see you, it will be with Facecam, and it will be the live battle. Okay, so now we're here with the live battle. I have to challenge Vooper, and we will find his name. Challenge. It will be tornado you and out using this team. Make sure this is it. Just one quick thing, just because I said I changed it in the team builder, is that Weezing now has Sludge Bomb over Strange Steam, which doesn't seem like it'll cause too much riot here. Okay, one great thing is Vooper didn't bring Sendiscorch, which I thought would ruin my team. Rotom Wash still ruins my team, but Crustle is a bit scary, and so is Version isn't that bad, to be honest. So yeah, so my lead here, I want to lead Cobalion, but I feel like if he leads Hippo, I'm in a bad spot. What prevents me from just leading Hydreigon? I think not much, but I think I'm gonna lead Corviknight just so I can taunt. Yeah, let's lead Corviknight. Let's see what it leads. Yeah, Hydreigon would have been so nice, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So what do I want to go into? I honestly think Gorgeist isn't a bad switch here, just because he doesn't have Scorch, so nothing really checks it except like Dual Blade, but I can Will-O-Wisp. But this is what I'm gonna play. Gorgeist Volt Switch. If it's Trick, it's lefties. So this should be its Vooper's Defogger for sure. Crustle is probably set up, and then there's what's it called? One of Clef is probably not rocks. Hippo is probably rocks. See, I don't remember. I think Vooper's Clef last week was just like Moonblast, Wish, Protect, Teleport. Maybe. I think he might have ran just that, just no rocks, just to have Hippo with rocks, which makes sense. Or it could be like Moonblast, Soft Boiled, Flamethrower, just something to hit Corviknight well, and maybe something to hit Weezing. Or something to hit Weezing, I guess, just because it can't hit both, like, super effectively. Actually, I'm going to get OBS out of the way, so... Actually, no, OBS is fine on my other screen, but I might have to open up the calcs, is my main thing. Put that up. I think I transferred my sets, so that's fine. Yeah, Vooper, I think he's just thinking about it, because he doesn't have that many good options into this. So he goes Clef, which is fine with me. I'm just wondering what the Clef has here. It might be something like Flamethrower, but this is going to be a calcing opportunity. I'm always going to calc the worst case scenario. I think I find that like just the ideal way to go. Just so if it does less, I feel less surprised. So Flamethrower does Life Orb. Flamethrower does 68 to 81. So that's not good. And my main check to this is Weezing. So that's what I'll go to. Has Flamethrower. Okay, that's good to note. Does a lot just because I'm physically defensive, but I don't have much for Flamethrower Clef. Thing is, I think I could fire off a free Will-O-Wisp here, or I actually maybe want to make a stronger play and go into Rotom. I actually want to calculate this Flamethrower damage because it seemed like I actually did a lot. Yeah, Life Orb, Magikarp, Clefable does 32 to 38, so it won't 3-hit KO me. So do I Sludge Bomb or do I Willow? Because if he's Magikarp, Will-O-Wisp doesn't matter. I'll Sludge Bomb. If he goes Dual Blade, that's fine. Hippo is also fine. Just because I think I think you can tell just because Weezing's what's it called? Weezing's ability didn't what's it called? You know how like pressure you can see when your opponent has pressure. I think it's the same thing with neutralizing gas and Misty Surge, of course, because you set up Mystery Terrain. So I think you should know I'm a Levitate here. So you're probably getting up rocks, which I'm okay with. I think the main thing is I will Willow here. Do I want to Willow? What are my other plays? I can try to go into Cobalion, but if he Earthquakes instead of going for rocks, then it's a big problem. And this is my Defogger, so it's actually perfect here. Oh, Willow. What does he go for? A knockoff, maybe? Rocks. So do I want to reveal here that I'm Defog? Or do I want to go for like a Sludge Bomb? I think Defogging's better just because getting the rocks off right away. Okay, that's nice as well. The thing is he faster? What's my main check for this? It's not Cobalion, it's Corviknight. Do I want to go Corviknight? If he Swords Dance, I don't think that's the end of the world if he Swords Dances. Just because you use, sorry, the UU set, just because it is UU. Give me a sec. Or close combat, I guess. Plus 2. 53% chance to OHKO. What about just regular on Wheezing? If I could... Wheezing, regular Iron Head is 58 max. My current set. So I could go for a Willows or a Fire Blast here. Fire Blast might be interesting, but I kind of don't want him to sit up because he might go for it right away. Or Rotom. Just because I think Dual Blade's going to Swords Dance here. I don't see a... If you switch into Dual Blade right away, you're either expecting a Shadow Ball or you're expecting... Sorry, not Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb. Shadow Sneak, even at regular, it's a 2-hit KO. So plus 2 would definitely kill me. I'll go for Will-O-Wisp. Gotta hope it hits though. And it does. So that's perfect. With Iron Head, 26%. I can go... So what will he try to do? Can I get rid of... I think I want to keep Wheezing around just because it kind of helps against Clef and Hippowdon. Was I faster than his Clef? I didn't see. Just because his Clef said 100. Is Corviknight my play, or is something like... I'll go Cobalion, just because, especially when he's burned, he can't do much to me. Or she's, sorry, because the Dual Blade's female, actually. Let me just check. Cobalion, but you are burned. Actually, let me think about this. Just because if Vooper goes for Swords Dance, then I might have a problem. Actually, I wouldn't have, just because I can kind of play around Swords Dance. Right? Because I don't have a move that hits... I said I don't have a move that... So I think... I kind of want to go Cobalion and get my rocks up, but I'm just worried that if he... Or if the Dual Blade Swords Dances, I'm in more trouble than I expect. I'll go Corviknight. It feels like a mid-ground. Or it feels like the right play, in a sense. Yeah, Swords Dance, see? So I can go for Taunt here, I think. I guess this is a nice thing about the speed tier I hit... Well, not with Corviknight. It doesn't matter with Corviknight, but just like... Hitting over Adamant Crustal also hits over, I guess, max speed Dual Blade. You can Taunt here, just because, yeah, I don't think he was expecting that. Another Swords Dance, yeah. So now here, it's just like, what can he do to me? I can kind of Iron Head him down. Or her down, sorry. I think his play is to switch into Rotom. But I can't really let this set up in a sense. So I think Vooper might just go for like an Iron Head or Close Combat. And then next turn, when I Roost, go into Rotom. We're Iron Head now to see. Yeah, okay, so you go, Vooper goes Rotom now. Let's see how much it does. 6%, yeah. That's probably bulky. This is a very minute, I think, calc, but I think that because the Rotom set is always tricky. Rotom Wash. Let's see, Defog. Iron Head does 6 to 7. What about on like 0 HP? Yeah, that's such a set. Nasty Blow, Choice Scarf. Nasty Blow probably 0 HP. Yeah, so it's like quite bulky. If it's like, it's leftovers, but if it's defog, how much does Volt Switch do to you? 45 to 53. I could actually Roost off here and just kind of see what he does. I wish I had rocks up here though. Just because I know if I go into Cobalion, Rotom Volt Switches out and goes into Virizion, and I'm in a disadvantaged state. I could Brave Bird, but I don't think he'll go straight into Virizion. What else could the Rotom be running? Defog, Toxic, maybe Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is actually not a bad play. If it's Will-O-Wisp, I'd rather someone like Hydreigon take it. If it's Toxic, I'd rather stay in, or if it's Volswitch, I'd rather Hydreigon take it. I think my safest play is to switch into Hydreigon or Gourgeist, because there's no water move coming out here. That much I know for sure. It's either Electric move, Volswitch, T-Bolt, Discharge, something like that, or it's a status move. I'm going to Hydreigon. Let's see what he does. Volswitch? Okay, that's fine. What's his main counter? It's Clef, right? The thing with Clef is, though, I don't... Sorry, this is just the... I should put that in another window. Give me a sec. Yeah, he goes Clef, which is fine. So, if it's defensive Clef, like special defensive Clef, how much does my X Repel Hydreigon do? Probably not enough to Oko, which means I have to switch out. Flash Cannon does 40 to 47. That's so little. Honestly, I think I can go into Cobalion here. Just because I know he went for Flamethrower last time. Like, what was my move last time? I went into Weezing, but now Weezing's lower. I'm gonna go into Cobalion. If Clef goes for Flamethrower, that's fine as well. Jeez, that did so much. Okay. The thing is here, Ironhead would do a lot, but I can go for Rocks. This is hard. This is like the kind of position like I kind of expected myself in. Maybe I should have gone to Corviknight just because I know I outspeed. Let's just see. Let's just see that Clef, Corv. Because I know that was dumb of me. I know it's a what's it called? It's Life Orb. So actually, Flash Cannon only does 67 still. So Corviknight woke up. Corviknight would have taken 20, but then 52. So honestly, Corviknight was the play there. So now, yeah, so I misplayed. But now what do I do? I think Volt Switching is not a bad option. I think I might go for Rocks, though. Yeah, there's so much to do. Just because it's like, Clef can stay in, Moonblast. Moonblast seems like it'll kill me. Flamethrower is gonna kill me for sure. I can get Rocks up. I can Iron Head if he stays in, or I can go for Volt Switch. This is tough. Just because Cobalion doesn't really come in on any of these mons, so I might try to get up Rocks and then just have them up. It'll be nice for mons like Crystal to break Sash and then Rotom as well. My brain like 5 turns in the future is I get Rocks up, I die, I go into Corviknight, I double switch into Rotom, expecting Rotom Wash, and I trick it. And Volt Switch. Let's get damn it. Yeah, it's just whether he would have stayed in or not. Is Rotom my play? Is it Rotom or Weezing? Because I know now this is Life Orb, which is nice. Just so if I get... It's actually a bit more dangerous to get in a... What's it called? They gave it a choice specs. I could go Gourgeist here and try to get a Leech Seed. That actually might not be a bad play. Or I can go for Rocks myself. How much does Burned Earthquake do to me? This actually make the... I actually might go in... I might actually manage to stay in. Hippo... Wall... Burned, though. Does it have leftovers? It does have leftovers. Hippo to Cobalion. Burned Earthquake. That's 35. So I'm actually going to stay in. Yeah, he gets up rocks too. But then the thing is, what does he go into? Clef? He might stay in. He won't stay in. That's the thing. Just because Burned Earthquake doesn't do as much. Hmm. I actually want a Volt Switch. Because I have so many counters to this, he can't realistically stay in, can he? What happened to Hippo last time? He went into it after Clef, and I Will-O-Wisp it, went for rocks, and then he went into Dual Blade. You know what? I'm gonna Volt Switch. Damn it. Earthquake? Whirlwind. That's perfect, honestly, for me. I think Ironhead might be a bit free now, or I might go into Rotom. Or he might just Whirlwind again. If he Whirlwinds again, it's not the end of the world, honestly, though. Because I just need to be careful of... Should I go Rotom? Rotom. We're going Rotom. We'll see what it is. Yeah, that's fine. Because now this is perfect because I can Leech. I'm like half ignoring track path, just skimming it. But it's like, what does he expect me to do? Grass type move? Goes Virizion. Goes Virizion, then I can't do much. Well, he can't do much to me either, that's the thing. Leech might be a nice play, just because I think Rocks hinder me. This is tough. But I want Rocks up just for the Crustle, but I can't really do much to this. I'm gonna Leech. Yeah, that's fine. Just because this doesn't do anything. And then what? It's gonna be Flamethrower? Flamethrower. I don't have much for fire types. This has been perfect for Vaporeon. This is where I should have brought Vaporeon, honestly. I have my rocks up, so Covalion's not the end of the world. That's another thing. Covalion might be fodder here and right now. But I think I want Gorgeist alive for Dual Blade and Verizon at this point. Covalion might be a sack here. Just because if she goes for Flamethrower, I'm never going Hydreigon here. Hydreigon's too risky. I could go Weezing, but I think Weezing's perfect against something like Hippowdon. Or like, also good against Virizion, even though I'm weak. I'll go Covalion. Moonblast shouldn't kill me, which is nice. Thing is, do I want to switch or do I want to Ironhead? If Hippo's his play, what do I do? Rotom? What did I do last time against this? He flamethrowered into Corviknight, Cobalion. Cobalion took a Moonblast, so I tried to Volt Switch. So now my Ironhead then. I'll Ironhead. That's fine. This is gonna be a problem, so getting as much damage as I can on it is fine. I am going to go to Corviknight. He either, actually, Rotom might be a better play, just because he either he either Earthquakes or Whirlwinds, predicting me to stay in. If I Ironhead and he Whirlwinds, that's perfect for me. If I go Rotom and he Earthquakes, it's also good. So it's like a 50-50 here, I think. In my opinion. I'll go Rotom. See what he does. Whirlwind? You get Earthquakes, that's nice. Now I have a trick up. Who does he go to? This is my... I don't think I need my specs in this game, just because it's strong, but... giving something on Vooper's team a trick is much easier for me. I'm just checking something, sorry. Your trick. We'll see. That's fine. That's fine. They're free hex here, I think. Because he can't do anything to me, and now I think he's stuck in... Trick mechanics are always weird, just because, so like, I think pre-Gen 5 or something, it's one way, pre-Gen 5, after Gen 5, it's another. It's like, if you use a move and you were tricked, you get stuck in that move, or you can choose a different move. It's one or the other. He can't stay in here, because he's locked into slack off. So this is a free volt switch for me. Right? I think so. Yeah. Version, nice play. Let me just see something. I don't think wheezing will take enough. It might take a lot after. What am I at? 45, so it's like 33 after rocks. Close combat does 10. Wow, I'm perfect here. Or I could go. If I go Gorgeist, he brings in Clef. If I go Wheezing, he brings in Hippo, probably. And I can get a defog off, because I think these rocks are actually starting to hurt me now. Rocks are always interesting in this case. I'll go Wheezing. Or I could go for a Will-O-Wisp. Or Fire Blast. Fire Blast might be a nice place, because I don't think he's expecting it. How much does Fire Blast do compared to Sludge Bomb? Fire Blast does a bit less, but it 2-hit KOs at this range. Just that... Should I go for Fire Blast? I'm pretty sure Vooper will switch into Hippo here, just because it's no drawback to switch into Hippo, but then he can't do much with Hippo now. I'll Fire Blast. I believe. This is a bit low risk. I think it's a bit lower risk than going for Sludge Bomb. Just because if he goes Clef, my play might be to... Oh, that's perfect. Hit? Yeah, that's fine. So now what is his play? Does Dual Blade Shadow Sneak 2-hit KO me from here? Shadow Sneak, 99 chance of 4-hit KO from this range. He needs to hit an Iron Head, because I'm faster for sure. Or he might not be, but... He might be faster, but... Or sorry, she might be faster. Sorry, I'm looking at these genders wrong. What do I want to go into? That's my question. How much does Corviknight's damage do? Ironhead Braveheart does 10. So I'll kill after burn. So Corviknight might be my play. Or I could defog. No, Corviknight. He goes for anything, I roost it off. Sword Stance is fine as well, yeah. He might have been fast, Dual Blade. It's kind of a 50-50, but I should stay in, because I'm predicting the Rotom to come in, and he just leaves this for fodder. But then I don't want to risk this trying to, hit something else, in a sense. So then I'm just going to roost. I think that's my play. Yeah, let's just go. Just because with the burn, it doesn't do much. Oh, that does more just because I roosted, that's funny. This should go down. So, I'm up, but I don't feel ahead. The only thing I know is that I can keep this in on mons like Hippo and a little bit of Verzion. What did I do to Verzion to give it damage? See, I'm losing my mind here. Did I Verzion Volt Switched? Yeah. He goes Rotom. The thing is here, I can actually live a Volt Switch. I won't show you the calc just because I don't want to switch over the window. But if this is defog, just depending on how the Iron Head damage I did before, just 45 to 53. So if I'm at 82, I think there's a guaranteed 2 KO, but then he has to switch out anyway, so I think roosting might actually maybe my play. Yeah, because I'm not sure what he goes into after he Volt switches out. 53, that's max roll if it's the 44 attack. It's the standard OU defog set, which I'm inclined to believe Vooper brought, if it's his, because I don't believe Vooper. Vooper doesn't. I don't think Vooper does as much prep. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And he goes into Hippo, which is perfect for me, just because I'm back up to full, and I can't roost just because then you can Earthquake, but I can Iron Head for free. So now this mon's a problem for Vooper. Just because I took away the Dual Blade Virizion, I can Brave Bird. He doesn't know I have Brave Bird, right? Yeah. So he might not. He might expect like a U-turn here. I think an Iron Head just perfectly fine. Then I'll get affected by Sand, and I was at what 82 before, and now I'm at 85. And then if Rotom switches in, I'm at 91. Second Iron Head just kind of like flinches down for free. Whirlwind's fine. Gorgas comes out. I want a Wisp just to. I'm not. This is like one of the scenarios I was thinking of that like, maybe I actually do want my specs. Just for Clef. Just because I am not, let's go for Hex. Hex, and then Burned. Hex is 55.8. Moonblast has a chance to OHKO just because I'm at a lower percent. What if I take away its Life Orb? Is that less threatening? But I give it Leftovers, which I'm not a fan of. I think I will go with Will-O-Wisp. Actually, yeah, I'll go with Will-O-Wisp. Okay, he stays in Whirlwinds, that's fine. Because I could Roost here as well, which is actually really nice. What will he go into? If I go for Draco, does he go like Clef? I'll Roost. Because if he, like, yeah, he might just want this to go down. I don't have a good setup sweeper, that's my thing. If I defog here, I just lose to Crustle, maybe. Well, actually, my mons are kind of healthy, so that's actually, might be a plus. I don't think I could let Rocks go down. So he's just going to Whirlwind. So I have to defog in order for him to switch out. He's just going to continually Whirlwind. And I have this in, that's perfect. So now he's going to want to switch out. Because if Whirlwinding, there's no point. Because he doesn't have leftovers anymore, so he's slowly whittled down. So I can Whisper free here. Clef is fine. And I missed, that sucks. Life Orb, Clef against Mr. Boyd. Oh, sorry, I just touched the mic. Flamethrower 68.7 to 81.2. I don't die. Like, at 79, I don't necessarily die. What is it? 0% chance to OHKO. No, but I'm at, then we'll have to do a 70. Well, let's take away that. How much is it? 18.8. I should be faster, that's the thing. But then if I'm faster, like, what happens? I can Will-O-Wisp it, that's it. I'm gonna try again. I get the Wisp off. What does he do? Flamethrowers? That's fine. I live. Then what do I want to do? I might want to fodder this off just because now it has no use. I can try to Leech, but then that's it. But then Leech doesn't affect this. Maybe I continue Wisping, just in case he goes into something else. Yeah. That's okay. The question is he physically defensive or specially defensive? I am more inclined to think he's physically defensive. How much is Cobalion? Because I might sack off 2 mons here just to get rid of Clef, which is huge. Oh, that's not the set I wanted. Iron Head. 45 to 53. I think after that, Hydreigon's Flash Cannon should kill. 45, 56, yeah. It should kill. So I'll go into Cobalion. If I play the game without rocks, that's fine. But I want to try and do something interesting here. Maybe see what he does. If he goes into Crustle and he's like weakness policy, I might be in trouble. Actually, no, I'm not. Just because I'm faster than it. So Iron Head's fine with me. Yeah. So he does this. And should I kill here? Like, how was that? Was that like a min roll or something? Left, Cobalion, Hippo? No, it's not Hippo. No, it is Hippo. What am I saying? See, I'm like losing it slowly. Ironhead, that was what, 19%, so it might not be max defense because it goes from 15.9 to 18.8. Actually, that might be max hit. So what do I want to do? Wheezing? Wheezing might be a nice play just because Stealth Rock, he might rocks, yeah. And then he's locked into rock, so I can do something for free here. I can default for free. And then what though? I can sludge. Sludge might hit Rotom well. I think my end game is Hydreigon. Or not Rotom, just because Rotom loses to Rotom Wash. I can Sludge Bomb, but what does that get me? Should I put up my own rocks? My own rocks don't affect me though. So it might be something like what's it called? I have to stay in here. The real slimy play is to wait for. Okay, here's the thing. He's gonna go down soon. I think I do this. I think I just do this. My thought process is if he wasn't burned and he was just, or if he was burned and you're just going for rocks. See, now Volt Switch still kills me. That's the thing. I can Wisp Crustle if it comes in. This is a slight chance to KO. Do I go for it? 32.6. What am I at? My HP. 109, so it's a guaranteed KO. If he KOs me, it's not the end of the world, though. So I'm going to Sledge Bomb. Hydro Pumps, that's fine. I have Hydreigon. And then what do I do here? I'm pretty sure my play is to Draco. Or how much is... I think it might be Flash Cannon. I don't think he's expecting Flash Cannon. His mid-ground might be Virizion. I don't outspeed Virizion. Just because I'm not choiced, and he knows that. 21 to 25. So my play on Virizion is to go Rotom. Which is not going to be fun, just because Stone Edge is still in 2 KO. Especially after... I'm going to Flash. If he Volt Switches, that's fine. If he goes Virizion, that's okay too. So he's in Volt Switches? Yeah, that's fine. Just because he knew if I Dragon Pulsed... Actually, I should have Dracoed. This is interesting now. Does he go for Moonblast? What's my win con now? Now that, I want to check something. Crustle, Shell Smash, Corviknight. I feel like this is what it might come down to. But the thing is, if I don't get off his Brave Bird into... I have to go Ironhead for the 2 KO, which sucks. So Rotom my sack. Rotom might be a sack, and I go into Cobalion. Yeah, I'm gonna sack Rotom. He went for Moonblast, which is fine. I can now go Cobalion. So now his Rotom's pretty free. It's freed up. What do I do? Do I go into Rotom? Or do I go into... do I Volt Switch? Volt Switching might be my play, but then what afterwards? I Volt Switch here. It goes into Virizion, which is perfect for me. Just because I can go Corviknight. And then what? I think I have to Ironhead. Even though... I see this is like... Well, like, I'm scared of recoil now. 45.2, and I do like 21. How much is he at? 71? 18% plus 45 is just so much damage. And if he sword stances, it's even a bigger issue. Oh, bird. Yeah. So, interestingly, this won't kill me. Unless it's T-Bolt, it won't, like, what's it called? I might have to play offensively here now. This is now a bit more scary. What am I looking for? Defog. Rotom Wash. If it's Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Defog, Pain Split. Volt Switch doesn't kill me. Does that mean I go Iron Head? Or I can switch into Cobalion, but Cobalion dies. And then I'm in the same position. I think I Iron Head. I think I have to read this play. Hydro Pump doesn't kill me either. Hydro Pump puts me in a range for... what's it called? Volt Switch, though. So I can't... I think I'm gonna roost. Because he might Hydro Pump me, and then, like, if I, like, Iron Headed... He Volt Switches. That's fine. I should have Iron Headed then. That was the smarter play. The thing is, I don't know his speed tier, I think. I don't know his Clef's speed. I'm assuming it's, like, low. Because, what was it? Dual Blade, Iron Head. He goes into Crustle. Thing here is, if he Shell Smashes, I might lose. I can taunt it. This is actually in my speed EV, so if he's Jolly, then I lose. Don't be Jolly. No Shell Smash. So now what? Iron Head? Iron Head. He goes into Rotom. The thing is, what do I do here? Is he gonna Hydro Pump this time? How much does this do to Cobalion? So this is the merit of Corviknight, but I wish I had a Body Press here. But I couldn't run all 4 moves, because Brave Bird was really important for Virizion. Hydro Pump does way too much to Cobalion. Do I live both? I have to roost. I think I have to roost. Or do I go balls out and try and 41.5. 41.5 to 46. Grill. So I'm just 31. Because he doesn't know I'm not close combat. Close combat would have been perfect here, but he didn't bring Send DiscORGs. I'm gonna Iron Head. He goes a Hydro Pump. Damn it! So now he Volt Switches. Actually, I live. Wait, let me calculate this properly, because it says 54, but I don't trust it. I don't trust this. Oh, it's so close. That's a big misplay for me. Volt Switch 53, 212. What am I at? 214. I live. Thing is here, I live. He doesn't know that. How much did Volt Switch do last time? 48.5. I'm roosting. I think that's game. That might be game. I'm gonna let him know. Here's my play. I have to Flash Cannon here. Yeah, it's the game of Pokemon. That's the thing. He might let this go down. I think that might. Do I go off the choke? I go off the choke if he goes Flash. How much does Hydro Pump do? To my Hydreigon. Soren. 24. I don't die. If he sacks this off. He's thinking about it too, yeah. Oh, he Volt Switched. I'm faster. I forgot. I'm faster. So I just kind of have to hope for my own crit, I think. I think that's my play. Well, how much does crit, not Z, critical flash cannon do to Clef? Because then, no, my play wasn't there to Volt Switch, or go into Cobalion just because he can Volt Switch as well. On a critical hit, guaranteed Oko. Am I missing something here? 252 special expert bell, 252 for it on a critical hit, 85.2 to 100.5. Yeah, that's game. I couldn't do anything there. Stone Edge crits? I couldn't do much there. I should have brought a Poron, I think. That's my main thing. How much does this do crit? 28.6. Wait, no. That crit? That's insane. 3 KO. He's at 44. I have to Iron It. Iron It kills. But then, what does there? I have to Iron It. That's it. I can lower the differential. That's it. Road and wash. That's over. Would close combat made this closer? $56.4. I could have gone for a close combat kill. Iron Head flinches is like my only option. He doesn't know I'm not close combat. Oh, he's trying to be cool by shell smashing. That's fine. What does... like, I don't kill this with Iron Head. That's the thing. That's why he's saying, can I be cool? Yeah, I don't kill it with a crit either. Weakness? No, it's not. That's fine. What could I have done differently there? I don't know. I don't know what I could have done differently. Let me update this. I'm going to leave this on for a bit more. Oh, that's not over. What could I have done differently? I know I mentioned something. I'll look back at the recording. I think it was or something with well, not happening before, but going into, I think Gorgeist it was. So that, I think I prepared the best I could. I think would Gigalith might have been better in this game, but I can't really prepare for that just because I was so worried about Scorch. Like, I'm just talking with friends just because a few friends are helping me out with team building and stuff. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. I'm gonna look for it, but I know that the Hydro Pump crit was huge just because I lived. I'm gonna actually post that in chat, even though like no one's really gonna care. Wash. Defog. Wait, did he respond to my message at all? Oh, he left. So I have full rain here. Or the coordinate. So OU defog. No, I was my own set. I'm gonna say I'm not defog. Let me replay this. I'm gonna look for it just because. Corbinite. Gorgeist. My initial play of going Gorgeist is fine. I didn't expect him to be. I should have expected him to be live from Magikarp just because Hippowdon is just such an easier rocker. Will-O-Wisp, that's fine. Stealth Rock, fine. Dual Blade, fine. Get a Will-O-Wisp on that. I don't think he expected this to be my defogger. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think he expected. I think he expected Corviknight to be my defogger. But Levitate, Weezing just is so much better for me. He gives the Swords Dance off. I get a taunt up. He goes for another Swords Dance. Yeah, he tried to lose himself up here. This is like a really interesting video now, just because I'm like replaying everything. How long is this video now? 45 minutes. Jeez, this is gonna be like an hour and a half draft week gameplay. I just want to go over this just because I think this is like pretty interesting. Volt Switch. He Volt Switches when I go Hydreigon. That time, that's fine. If I went Gorgeist, he would have gone Clefable as well. I realized this does too much damage. I got on my own rocks after trying over a Volt Switch. fine. Go for another Voltage again. He goes for Whirlwind, which is fine with me. I'm going to Rotom. Like, this play, this Volt Switch was kind of like, what... I'm trying to think about what went in my mind. Oh, sorry. Like, every time I hit my mic, I know it makes a weird sound, so... What's going through my mind? I think I was just expecting him to go into something like Rotom, just to... Because I think it does so much more better. But staying in Hippo was actually a smart play, so I should have gone for, like, Iron Head, expecting, like, a Whirlwind. Well, I should have just switched into something like Corviknight, because that's the safer play at that point. I read too hard into that. Going to Rotom here. Whirlwinds again. Going to Gorgeist. I took too much Stealth Rocks here. I should have stayed in with Corviknight maybe and went for a few Iron Heads. Going to Gorgeist. Going to Leech Seed. Leech Seed doesn't affect Magic Guard, which I knew about, but I brought it anyway. Brings us down again. But then I kind of get this in on Rotom, which was nice. Which was a good play. Just because if you Whirlwind, it was fine. If you Earthquake, it was even better. Then I tricked here. Going for Slack Off. Virizion comes in. I Volt Switch out. Going to Weezing. Going Fire Blast here, which is a mid-ground play. I don't think he expected Fire Blast. He might have expected like Strange Steam or Sludge Bomb. That's why he went into this. Going to Corviknight here was smart. Sorry, I just spat. Rotom. I think he misunderestimated how much this did. See, like right here. 53%. That was the max roll. I'm actually, let me see if I can get the calculator in here. Just because I have two like sides open. So, I don't want to change this around, but Corviknight, yeah, see, 53% is max. And I think I'll show it later on in the match, where like it did matter. Go for a few Iron Heads here. He Whirlwinds me out. He wins me out again, because I could have gone for Leech Seed, which would have been amazing. Go for Roost here. Whirlwinds me out again. I go for Defog, then he has to switch out. Go for Will-O-Wisp. I miss it, which is a bit unfortunate, because I had to stay in here and sack Gourgeist, essentially. So I got a Will-O-Wisp in there. I switch into, like, Weezing, and I might have sacked that earlier. Cobalion. Hippowdon comes in. I go for an Iron Head. I switch out here, because I know he's going to go for Stealth Rocks, because I feel like he really wanted those up. So, went for Defog here. He goes for Stealth Rocks. He's choiced in, so I can't do much here. I let Weezing go down on this turn. Oh, jeez. It lagged. No! Yeah, I let Weezing go down on this turn just because I couldn't do anything here. Flash Cannon, just... That reveal was kind of dumb. I should have gone in for... The thing is here, having a slow Rotom helped him a lot, just because I had to attack first, and then he could see what I could have gone for, and then go into something else. If I went for like something like Draco Meteor, it would have been... He could have seen my -2 special attack, got into Clef easily. Flash Cannon, he also saw I could have gone into Clef easily. Maybe I should have attacked Clef earlier. I was too scared of Clef, just because I didn't realize how much Life Orb, Magic Guard, even with 0 special attack did. So yeah. Then switch into Cobalion, take the Moonblast, I think. No, I switched into Rotom. I sacked a Rotom here, and then went into Cobalion. Because I wanted to hit some... I don't wanted to hit Clef with Iron Head, but he never hit... He played well to make sure I never hit Clef with an Iron Head. I knew that he wouldn't go for an attacking move, so it had to be Sword Stance, and I couldn't let this thing set up, because then I lost from there. So Brave Bird here. Here I roosted. Here I taunted. Here was the 50-50. And I think he got it, like, I guess, like, for me, it was probably obvious I was going to switch it up, just because I saw it do well. But then I realized here, I actually lived this. I think he got a min roll here. Went for Iron Head here. See, this is where like I said here as well in the recording, that Body Press would have been so much nicer, but I didn't have a space for it, because I had Taunt, which really helped me get Crustle, Virizion, and Dual Blade. So that was a really good move option for me. Iron Head helped against Clef, Brave Bird helps against Virizion. Like, I couldn't run Brave Bird Body Press. It just wouldn't have worked, I think. After Bump, he got 39, so he got like a really min roll. Let me check this out. This was actually, so this might have been actually, that's weird. 39%. Oh, it's Hydro Pump, right. I was looking at Volt Switch and I was like, wait, why wasn't it doing like 45? Hydro Pump's there. Iron Head, Hydro Pump, this kills, because even Volt Switch wouldn't have killed. Let me go back to that. I have to wait for lefties to come into effect. Okay. Oh, it just says 53.5. I don't know if it came out in the recording, but I was at 214. If you see here, it's 212. So I'd have lived with 2 HP. Yeah, I can't speak. Speak. I would have lived with 2 HP and then would have been able to roost up. Because he had to switch into something else. And then I could have Ironheaded something. So it would have been like a cycling game. Even though I was in a losing position because I didn't have my rocks up. But yeah. Yeah, Flash Cannon here, like, I couldn't do anything. If I had Dragon Pulse, it might have been a different story. But I had to go for Flash Cannon here, hope for a crit. Flash Cannon, I won't show any more counts, this video's already long enough. Flash Cannon does 85 to 100. So I Ironhead here, and then Ironhead. He went for the style, which is fine, just because I couldn't touch Rotom. Unless I went for a crit, so yeah, that's the game. That happens. So now we're 1-1. This is a game I expected to lose. Wow, my shirt looks like I've been sweating, which I haven't. Well, I actually have, because my face is like a bit red, but I haven't been like sweating through my shirt. But yeah, anyways, 52 minutes. This is going to be a long video to upload. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Week 3, I think we're facing Helix. I don't remember, but I'll see you for the team builder and gameplay for that one. Till next time.